Hello, my name's Emily and I'm going to start doing a vlog. There are three main reasons for this. One, because a friend of mine is doing it, JackTheTramp, you should watch his videos. The other one is I'm desperately trying to put off doing an essay which has to be in tomorrow and I haven't started it. Sorry, Kate. Here are my notes. These are things I've got to do. And on my camera it's appearing backwards, but I don't know if you can see it backwards or if it's just me. And the third reason, well, I've never tried it before. I think I'm going to look back on this and think, wow, I have a really ugly voice, or I've got really mad hair, or something like that. That bit in the background is where I have tea. I drink a lot of tea. My record is 8 cups a day. Are you bored? I'm a little bit bored. Why don't I talk about alcohol? That's a fun subject as a student. I didn't get started on alcohol until I was about 15. It was a next door neighbour's dinner party. It was very tame, you know, sort of carrots and dips and stuff. I'm going mad with the green peppers, dipping it in stuff, anything I can find. And in the dining room there was this fountain of Pimm's. And I'd never tried Pimm's before, so I had a bit, and I had a bit more. And by about 8 glasses, it was very cheap. And, no, not cheap, what am I thinking? It was very weak stuff. Brain's not fully working today, sorry. But after 8 glasses I started feeling a bit silly, and Mum and Dad took us all out of Amanda's place. They were going out clubbing or something, because my parents are cool. And I was in the back of the car, sort of leaning on the window and going, for about an hour. I was dropped off at the house of a friend of theirs, where I lay on the sofa laughing at a teddy bear. And then, I don't know, I was laughing for another couple of hours, and then, you know, the friend of my mum said, all right, lie down. So I lay down, and I said some very witty things about Simon Cowell, apparently, that I can't remember. And the next day, I met up with Mum and Dad again, and they'd had a nice night. And I admitted I'd had a few to drink, and had they noticed? Yes, they said. Yes, we'd noticed. Hoped I'd got away with it, I guess. But I never really had a proper night out until a few weeks ago. It was with the drama lot at university. We're all insane, apparently. Yeah, so this was the first night out. I phoned my mum, saying, could I stay over at a friend's? And she said, all right, be safe. She obviously suspected I was going to get up to something. We went out to a place called Quadrant. It was a lot of fun. I remember being very crushed in with a lot of people. Very noisy, very sweaty. Sorry, but it was. I went a bit mad dancing. I think everyone was taking the piss out of me for a little bit, but I had a good time. Until about 3 hours later, I don't know, I was still having a good time, but the drink was starting to wear off, and 3 hours of dancing without drink is a bit strenuous, so I was sort of hobbling out. I couldn't walk, I'd gone deaf, my eyes were streaming, I couldn't speak. I've been so talkative in the pub before we went, that shut me up, I tell you. I was just sort of... That was fun! Then we all trooped into a pizza place, and I didn't have pizza, I just had loads and loads of Coke. And then I collapsed on the floor with my ears ringing back at my friend's place, fell asleep, and woke up the next day and got on a train. So I recovered, but I was aching for a few days afterwards. I'm not sure if I'm really cut out for a big night out, really. I've always been kind of shut in. I never had any friends at school, so I stayed inside doing comics and collecting cacti. I don't know if I even like cacti, but I've got about 19 of them now. The latest one's called Ted. I have a lot of cacti, and I drink a lot of tea. What else? Oh yes, there was a night when I got incredibly drunk with a friend called Sophie. We had some Lambrini to start with, and then a lot of Jägermeisters, or something like that. And then we trooped off to Asda, drunk. It was Halloween night, so I passed a lot of people in Banana Man costumes, and I thought, how drunk am I? And then, you know, we got steadily more drunk, and then we trooped off to McDonald's, and I was sort of dancing along and singing, oh god, rating everyone on their attractiveness. And I bought a meal for some reason, even though I wasn't hungry. And we trooped along, and I was trying to appear as sober as possible, enunciating, dropping all the chips. I'm surprised I remember a lot of it, because I was absolutely laddered, I think is the phrase. But I had a good time. That's all I can really say about alcohol. I could say some other stuff. I mean, alcohol makes you drunk. Don't do drinks. They're very bad for you. Very bad for... You will feel like death in the morning. One good way of getting rid of a hangover I've found is something I called a one-eyed Egyptian, or as Roald Dahl calls it in his book. Is that backwards? He calls it a hothouse egg. Basically what you do is... sorry, see up my nose. You get some oil and butter in a pan and melt it. Then you take some bread. Don't put it in the pan yet. You cut a circle out of the middle. Then you put the bread, including the circle, in and fry it on both sides. And you take the middle bit out and put that to the side. You crack an egg and keep on frying until the egg's fried, and then you have fried egg and bread. And you can use the other bit to dip in the egg. It's very unhealthy, but good for getting rid of hangovers, apparently. That's all I have to say about that. I think I'd better get on with my essay. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it, because it has to be in tomorrow by midnight, and I haven't really written it yet. But I have an idea of what I'm going to write, and hopefully I'll just muddle through from there. I really should have started this earlier in the year. Too busy getting drunk and having fun. I'm a rubbish student.